Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us at the MarketSide studio in Times Square, New York City, we have Hussein Fazal. He's a co-founder and CEO of Supercom to discuss how super apps are evolving in North America and bridging the services within each theme to attract and retain customers. Hussein, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thank you for having me.
And we know super apps have been trending recently. Of course, Elon Musk and his comments with X, formerly Twitter, Mark Zuckerberg with Meta. Tell us about super apps and the success apps like WeChat have seen in China. It feels like everywhere else around the world, everyone is leveraging super apps.
That's right. So the biggest and most prominent super app is WeChat, which was in China. And that was made in a very different time. So obviously different government regulations in China, different time with people being more mobile focused as opposed to desktop focused. And WeChat essentially became the internet for China. So you can go on WeChat, you can chat with your friends, you can go and buy things, you can pay your bills, you can contact the government, you can do everything in China. Now we haven't really seen that in North America until recently. So I'd love to tell you a bit more about
let's talk more about that. In fact, we just had a chart up here with theme-based super apps. If we could pull that back up. What's happening in North America? Are there good examples of successful super apps that are out there?
That's right. So what we're seeing in North America now is super apps are coming, but they're coming in a very different format. So they're not coming in this like WeChat, you can do absolutely everything. But what you're seeing is apps that are being built around a core or a central theme. So the best example of this is Uber. They're building a super app around this theme of mobility, right? So everyone knows you can get a ride with Uber and everyone knows you can get restaurant delivery with Uber, but you can also go and get groceries. You can get convenience store items. You can actually send a package. You can get a boat. So they built this super app around the theme of mobility. You'll see Google Maps has built a super app around the theme of location. And over here at Super.com, we're building a super app around the central theme of saving money and earning money.
Why do we not have an app like WeChat where there's multiple verticals and not just one theme?
It's just a very different model over here. So when the iPhone launched many, many years ago, the concept was that you could have all the apps in one place, and customers are used to going to one app for one thing. Now we are starting to see that change a bit, where customers will go to one app for multiple things around a central theme or central vertical, but I don't see us having a WeChat in the US.
Let's talk about your Series C round that you just raised money, which in this environment is quite remarkable. What do you attribute this to, and how has the business evolved since you founded the company?
Yeah, so in today's market, investors are looking for growth as well as profitability. So we've been fortunate that we've had some great growth over the past few years, and we've also had improving unit economics, which makes it a very attractive business to investors. So that's been very fortunate for us. And then secondly, we've been able to really evolve the business. So when the business started, it was just about travel, it was about hotel deals, and we've since evolved quite a bit. You can now use Super.com to save money on gas. You can use Super.com to earn money by filling out surveys. You can use the pay card, which lets you build your credit score and earn cash back with your everyday spend. So seeing that we could do more than just travel, more than just hotels evolving, plus seeing the growth in the improving economics made it an attractive business.
Well, let's talk about that, the VC space overall, not just specific to Super.com, but this reset that we've seen over the past, let's call it 12 to 18 months, where profitability, governance, revenue streams really did matter, not just necessarily growth at all costs. Do you think that the industry, the private markets needed that reset?
100%. I mean, you'll always see a cycle where, when money is more free and interest rates are low, you'll see, growth at all costs, and you'll see things that are being more aggressive. I do think there were a lot of companies that were growing really fast, but they didn't have a strong base, didn't have a strong foundation, didn't have good unit economics, and we did need that reset. So now what you're seeing is a lot of those unsustainable companies are starting to sort of go away, and you're seeing companies with more sustainable business models start to grow.
So looking back at the past year, what product offerings have been the most successful, and what do you see as the next phase of growth for Super.com?
Yeah, so a lot of our customers are typically lower income, lower FICO scores. So anytime we go into new areas, it's all about what does the customer want, right? And in these difficult economic times, saving money and earning money is even more important. So when we launch the ability to earn money, let's say filling out surveys, or the ability to save money on gas, which is a pretty regular item that consumers use all the time, these are the areas where we're really starting to see a lot of growth.
All right, we appreciate the insight, Hussein. Thanks for joining us on
Awesome.
Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.